In the previous classes, we discussed about the graphs of rate of reaction versus time, and also the concentration versus time. And today we are discussing the units of rate of reaction and the units of rate constant of reaction. The units of rate of reaction and units of what? Rate constant of reaction. Okay. Suppose if you take one reaction, suppose here A gives rise to B. A gives rise to B is one reaction taken. Okay, in this case, now here, what is the rate of reaction? How to write rate of reaction? Rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is equal to what generally decreasing the concentration, decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product, we write. That is rate of reaction. Now here, in this case now, suppose if you take 1 mole of A, 1 mole of B. Okay, now rate of reaction outright minus. If you take instantaneous, generally we take instantaneous rate. Now minus dx or dA by what? dt means the decreasing change of concentration of reaction A by change in time interval is equal to what now here plus what do you write? 1 by 1. Anyhow, here 1 mole is there, na? 1 by 1 means 1 only. Here also 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 means 1 only. So dB by dt. So it is one of the expressions of what? Rate of reaction. Rate of reaction we can write in this way. Now the same rate of reaction we can also write. Rate of reaction is given by R. Rate of reaction is given by R. So rate is equal to here dx by dt. Dx by dt means what? The very small change in concentration of reactant or product in even. The small change in concentration of reactant or product by very small time interval. Dt is what now? Very small time interval. Okay. So dx by dt. So rate is equal to dx by dt is equal to from rate constant k. Rate constant k. Rate constant k into concentration of A. Concentration of reactant A to the power of what? To the power of 1. To the power of 1. So if you take now, this is elementary reaction, this 1 mole of A will be taken here, 1. Or you take some, let it be X here. Okay. So here K into concentration of A to the power of X. This X value may or may not be equal to 1. This X value may or may not be equal to 1. That point we have to remember. So this 1 is what now? Stoichiometric number of moles. In the given balanced equation, the stoichiometric number of moles of A, how much? 1. But the active moles of A will be X moles. Active moles of A will be X moles. Active moles meaning what? The number of moles of A actively participating in rate of reaction. In determining rate of reaction, how many moles of A is actively participating is called active moles. But stoichiometric moles indicates what? The number of moles that appear in given balanced equation. Now in the given balanced equation here, how many moles of A appeared here? 1 mole. That 1 mole is what now here? Stoichiometric mole. But actually how many moles of A will change and decide the rate of reaction? X moles here. How to get this X value? By experiment only. This X value will get active moles. Number of active moles we get only by experiment. Okay, we cannot get directly that one. Experimental value that one keep in mind. So rate is equal to what? Rate constant K into A to the power of concentration of A to the power of X here. X is called what now? Active mole. Now tell me, number of stoichiometric moles, how many here? Number of stoichiometric moles, how many? Moles of A. Moles of A. How many? 1. 1 mole of A is there. 1 mole of A is there actually in the given reaction. But number of active moles. Number of active moles of A. Number of active moles of A. Okay, as per experiment, this one. As per experiment is equal to what now here? X. What is taken? X is taken here. X is active moles, number of active moles of A. So how to get this X value? I told by doing experiment. It is an experimental value. We cannot directly write this X value by looking at balanced equation. Directly by looking at balanced equation, we cannot write X value. X value is to be determined experimental. This is active, number of active moles. Okay. Now this number of active moles will decide what order of reaction, whether it is zero order reaction, whether it is first order reaction or second order reaction. Which order reaction we'll understand only by knowing what number of active moles. How to know the number of active moles here? By doing some experiment. Okay, by experimental method only we can get this X value, number of active moles. Number of active moles only will decide what order of reaction. But if you see the balanced equation, how many moles of reacting species there? 1 mole of reacting species is there. 1 mole of reacting species indicates molecularity 1. By looking at balanced equation, theoretically, directly, we can say what? Molecularity. So what is the molecularity of this reaction now? Molecularity of this reaction is 1. Means by looking at balanced equation, directly we can say molecularity value. But order of this reaction is what now? X. Order of this reaction is what? X. And this expression is there now. Rate is equal to K into rate constant K into A to the power of X. Reactant concentration to the power of X. This expression is called rate law expression. What is it called? Rate law expression or equation. Rate law equation or rate law expression. So what is the meaning of rate law expression here? Okay, with the values of active moles, whatever we write, the rate and rate constant in terms of the concentration of reactant. Okay, we say that equation has what? Rate law expression or rate law equation. So this rate law equation we have to understand. From this rate law expression only we can get order of reaction. But the molecularity of reaction can be obtained by looking at balanced equation. Is that clear, ma? So it is about what now here? This X value is nothing but order of this reaction now. Is that clear? So X is what now? Number of active moles of reactant A actively participating in determining rate of reaction. Is that clear, ma? So active moles will decide the rate of reaction, or number of stoichiometric moles will decide the rate of reaction. Active moles only will decide. So what is the number? What is the stoichiometric coefficient of A here? 1. 1 is what now here? Number of moles appeared in stoichiometric balanced equation is called what? Stoichiometric coefficient. Stoichiometric coefficient of A is 1. Therefore, molecularity of reaction is 1. And remember that molecularity of reaction cannot be more than 3. Number of means reacting species. Number of reacting species colliding with each other simultaneously in a given step of reaction is called what? Molecularity. Number of atoms or ions or molecules colliding simultaneously with each other, okay, in a given step to convert into products is called what? Molecularity of reaction. Molecularity of reaction. Molecularity is theoretical value. Theoretically, by looking at balanced equation, we can get molecularity. Okay, so it's about what now here? The concept of active moles and stoichiometric moles. Okay, active moles will decide what? Order of reaction. From stoichiometric moles, directly we can say what? Molecularity of reaction. So it's about what now here? This equation is the rate law expression. From rate law expression, from the number of active moles, we get order of reaction. That point keep in mind for time being. Okay, take the screenshot now. Okay. Now next one, I'm taking here M1A plus M2B plus M3C. Okay, M1A, M2B, M3C. Okay, give rise to products. These all give rise to what? Products. Some products are formed from this. Now, in this example here, what we have to understand is that what are the stoichiometric coefficients here? M1, M2, M3. M1, M2, M3 are the number of moles in the balanced chemical equation, in the stoichiometric equation. Okay. What are they called? M1, M2, M3 are called stoichiometric moles or stoichiometric coefficients. What are stoichiometric coefficients here? So, stoichiometric coefficients. So, stoichiometric coefficients of what? Reactants. Of reactants only we need, because the reactants concentrations only decide what? The rate of reaction. So, number of means stoichiometric coefficient. Now, the stoichiometric coefficients of reactants, what now here? M1, comma, M2 and M3 respectively. M1, M2, M3 respectively. M1 is what? Stoichiometric coefficient of A. M2 is stoichiometric coefficient of B. M3 is stoichiometric coefficient of C. M1, M2, M3 are what? Stoichiometric coefficients of reactants. Now, number of active moles need not to be same exactly. Number of active moles involving in determining the rate of reaction need not to be M1, M2, M3. Okay, now I'm taking let the number of active moles, let the number of active moles of reactants, number of active moles of reactants which determine the rate of reaction, which decide the rate of reaction, rate of reaction. The rate of reaction will be decided by active moles of the reactants. Now, the number of active moles that decide what? That determine what? The rate of reaction will be, suppose X, Y, Z I'm taking. What I'm taking? X, comma, Y and Z. X, Y, Z are what now? Number of active moles of A, B, C. Now, what is the molecularity here? What is the molecularity of this reaction now? M1 plus M2 plus M3 is molecularity. Now, what is the order of this reaction? X plus Y plus Z. X plus Y plus Z. Before writing molecularity and order, tell me what is the rate law expression for this? Rate law expression. Rate law expression is what now? Here, suppose, first if you take now, expected rate law expression. So what is the expected rate law expression here? Rate is equal to rate constant K into concentration of A to the power of M1 we expect. From balanced equation we expect what? Power of M1 into concentration of B to the power of M2 we expect into concentration of C to the power of M3 we expect. Okay, we expect the powers what now here? The powers M1, M2, M3. The powers of concentration terms of A, B, and C. We expect what now? M1, M2, M3. It is according to law of mass action. According to what now? Law of mass action. According to law of mass action, what we expect the rate law expression here? Rate equals to rate constant into concentration of A to the power of M1 into concentration of B to the power of M2 into concentration of C to the power of M3, according to law of mass action, which we studied in chemical equilibrium, right now. But actual rate now, actual rate law expression. Actual means what? Experimental. Experimental rate law expression. So what is now experimental rate law expression? Tell me. By using which moles we have to write? Stoichiometric moles or active moles? By active moles we have to write. By using active moles we have to write. Now tell me what is actual rate here? So rate equals to rate constant K. Already here K we use it here. I'm taking K dash here. The actual rate constant will be K dash. Here K is what expected from balanced equation. Okay. So here rate is equal to rate constant K dash into a to the power of what now? X moles. That means from M1 moles of A1 means from M1 moles of A, how many moles actively deciding the rate of reaction? X moles only deciding. From experiment we have understood that concept. Out of M1 moles, out of M1 moles of A, concentration of A, only X moles of A decide what? The rate of reaction. That's why we are taking power what now? X. Here X is what now? Power of concentration term of A. The power of concentration term of A. Is that clear? Into concentration of B. Concentration term of B to the power of what? Y. That means what again? From M2 moles of B, from M2 moles of B, how many moles actively determining rate of reaction? Y only. Means Y moles only changing. Out of M2 moles of B, only Y moles actively changing their concentration and determining what? Rate of reaction. That's why what we have taken. Rate is equal to K dash into A to the power of X, B to the power of Y into what? C to the power of Z. It is experimentally or actually observed what is rate law expression. Is it following the active law of active mass here? According to law of active mass, what? Mass action what? Whatever the number of moles of A, B, C appeared in the balanced equation, that only will rise to the power of concentrations of A, B, C. That is according to law of mass action. But is it following this equation following law of mass action? No, it is not following law of mass action. Actual rate law expression does not follow law of mass action. That's why separate name given what now? Rate law for this. It is what now here? Law of active mass. Active masses we use here. Active mass is nothing but concentration, molar concentration. So here law of mass action. But here rate law, not law of mass action. It is what? Rate law. Okay. Is it following law of mass action? No. That one keep in mind. Now what are the active moles here? A, X, Y, Z I have taken. Now what is order of reaction? Tell me. Order of reaction what now? Therefore, order. Order means n value we take generally. Order means we take what? N value. So order of this reaction is equal to what now? X plus Y plus Z. X plus Y plus Z is what now? Order of this reaction. Order of this reaction is what now? X plus Y plus Z. But not M1 plus M2 plus M3. Is that clear now? So order of reaction, that is small n value, can be obtained from the powers, okay, of what? Concentration of reactants. So what we have taken, is it sum or product we have taken? Product of XYZ or sum of the XYZ values? Sum, SUM. So now sum of the powers of concentration terms of reactants. In which law expression? In rate law expression. From rate law expression, the sum of the powers of concentration terms of reactants is equal to order of reaction. Is the concept clear? How to define order of reaction? Tell me. Order of a given reaction is equal to the sum of powers of concentration terms of reactant in the rate law expression. That is order of reaction. Is that clear? Now tell me, what is molecularity from balanced equation? Molecularity of this reaction is equal to what? M1 moles plus M2 moles plus M3 moles. M1 plus M2 plus M3. Okay, if M1 plus M2 plus M3 value is greater than 4 or greater than 3, suppose. If M1 value, M2 value plus M3 value, M1 plus M2 plus M3, if it is greater than 3, suppose. It appears greater than 3, suppose. In that case, what we take will means the molecularity, can it exceed 3? No. Molecularity meaning what? Number of reacting species. Why I am using the word species here? That may be molecules or atoms or ions. There may be cations or anions. That's why instead of using a particular atom or ion or molecule, I'm taking the word species. The number of reacting species colliding with each other simultaneously at the same time to give the products is called what? Molecularity. At a time, how many molecules can collide with each other effectively? Only 3 molecules. Along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, if 3 molecules are approaching each other, the 3 molecules can effectively collide with each other to convert into what products? So maximum molecularity will be 3. Molecularity 1, molecularity 2, molecularity 3 possible. Molecularity cannot exceed 3. Suppose if M1 value plus M2 value plus M3 value is greater than 3, suppose. Okay, in that case, we have to imagine that the given equation is complex reaction. The given reaction is complex reaction, we have to imagine. Complex reaction meaning what? If the reaction occurs in 2 steps or more than 2 steps, that is called complex reaction. Elementary reaction meaning what? If the reaction occurs in a single step. In a single step, if the reaction is completed, that is what now? That is called elementary reaction. If the reaction occurs in 2 or more steps, it is called complex reaction. Okay, so if the M1 plus M2 plus M3, the sum of the stoichiometric moles is greater than 3, suppose, in the given equation, we have to imagine that that given equation is complex reaction, and that complex reaction occurs in different steps. We have to understand here. So these areas we have to understand. Okay, so now for this given example, what is the molecularity value? M1 plus M2 plus M3. What is the order of reaction? X plus Y plus Z. What is the rate law expression? Rate is equal to K dash, that is rate constant of experimental conditions, A power X, B power concentration B power Y, concentration C power Z. X, Y, Z are what now here? Active moles, number of active moles in the given equation. M1, M2, M3 are what? Stoichiometric coefficients. Stoichiometric coefficients are number of moles in the balanced equation. Number of moles of reactants in balanced equation. Is that clear, ma? It's about what? Order of reaction and molecularity of reaction. Is the concept clear? So take the screenshot of this one. Suppose one example you take, reactant gives rise to product. Reactant gives rise to product. Now what is the rate here? Dx by dt means what now? The change in concentration by change in time. Rate is equal to dx by dt is equal to some rate constant into concentration of reactant to the power of what now? N. N is what now? Order of reaction. N is what? Order of reaction. What is the molecularity here? 1. How many molecules of reactants? 1. So what is the molecularity? 1. But order is what? N value. This N value may or may not be equal to 1. N value may or may not be equal to 1. But we cannot say exactly equal to 1. Okay. Now one more thing what we have to understand is that in the previous example, what we have got molecularity M1 plus M2 plus M3. M1 plus M2 plus M3 we got what? Molecularity. X plus Y plus Z we got what? Order of reaction. And when the order of reaction equals to molecularity of the reaction, when does order of reaction become equal to the molecularity of reaction? If M1 value plus M2 value plus M3 value of the reaction is equal to X plus Y plus Z. In the previous example I'm taking. In the previous example, what is the molecularity? M1 plus M2 plus M3. it becomes equal to x plus y plus z if number of active moles of reactants equals to the number of stoichiometric moles in the given balanced equation. If number of active moles of the reactants equals to what? The number of stoichiometric moles, we use what now? We say what? Order of reaction is equal to molecularity of reaction. That point you have to keep in mind. Is that clear, Mark? So when does order of reaction become equal to molecularity of reaction? If the number of moles actively changing their concentrations in given reaction is equal to what? The number of moles appearing in the stoichiometric balanced equation. Okay, that point you have to keep in mind. So now in this case now, what is the order of reaction N? What is the molecularity of reaction 1? Tell me now, what is the molecularity here? 1. What is the order of reaction now? Order of reaction N. So it is what now? Nth order reaction. Nth order reaction. So we have taken which example now here? It is nth order reaction. So this N value, order of reaction, the N value may be 0, N value may be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, order may be greater than 3. Order may be sometimes greater than 3. But molecularity cannot be more than 3. Molecularity of reaction cannot be more than 3, but order can be more than 3. Possibility is there. Okay, so 0 order reactions, first order reactions, second order reactions, third order reactions, fourth order reactions, nth order reactions, nth order reactions. And this order of reaction may be sometimes fractional, negative, okay, also. So negative values possible, fractional values possible, and what a whole numbers possible here. So like this, for now here order of reaction is negative. Order of reaction may either be negative or positive or 0 or fractional sometimes. Fractional means what? If order of reaction is 3 by 2, if order of reaction is 3 by 2, 1.5 is the order there, order of reaction. If order of reaction is 5 by 2, that is 2.5 moles, active moles. Okay. If number of active moles is 2.5, the order of reaction will be 2.5. That is 5 by 2. Like this, the order of reaction may either be negative, 0, and fractional. And molecularity of reaction can never be 0 or negative or fractional. Molecularity of reaction can never be 0, negative value or fractional value. Always the molecularity may be 1 or 2 or 3. So unimolecular reactions, bimolecular reactions, or trimolecular reactions. That's all. Okay, the point keep in mind. So in this case now, order of reaction is what? N. Okay, and now from this K is called what? Rate constant. Rate constant. Okay, so rate constant is given by K. This rate constant K is equal to what? Change in concentration by change in time. Okay, and it is what? Concentration now here, square bracket indicates what? Concentration. Concentration to the power of N. Concentration to the power of N. So here what I'm taking here, K is equal to what now here? K is equal to dx by dt. Dx by dt into K, it is what? This is taken this side. 1 by R power N. 1 by R power N. Now here, what does it mean? Tell me here. It is what? Dx is nothing but change in concentration. Change in concentration means concentration here. Concentration is the power of 1. By here dt. Dt means what now? Change in time. Change in time. So I'm taking time here. I'm writing time. So concentration by time. Concentration by time. Right? Into, it is what now? 1 by concentration to the power of N. N is what now? Order. N is what? Order of reaction. So now K is equal to what? Tell me here. Therefore, K. K means what now? Rate constant. This rate constant is also called velocity constant. Rate constant, or we say what? Velocity constant. Anyone say? Rate constant or velocity constant, or also we say specific reaction rate. What is also taken here? Specific reaction rate. Okay, specific reaction rate we can say, rate constant we can say, or velocity constant we can say. These are three names for what? K. Now K is equal to concentration by time into 1 by concentration to the power of n. Now concentration is nothing but moles per liter. No? Concentration is nothing but moles per liter. Now what will be the units of K? Tell me. Units of K. Now it is what? Now concentration. And now you take concentration this side. Now the same thing. How to write now here? 1 by time into 1 by concentration to the power of n minus 1. Concentration to the power of n minus 1 we can write. Is that clear? Now here 1 by time is there here. Here 1 by concentration to the power of n minus 1. Now same thing. How to write now here? Concentration to the power of n minus 1 or 1 minus n. Now I am taking this one up. So 1 minus n. Directly take 1 minus n into time inverse. Time inverse. Is that clear? So concentration to the power of 1 minus n. Concentration to the power of 1 minus n into time inverse. Is that clear? So concentration to the power of 1 minus n means what? Inside the square bracket, what we can write now? Mole liter inverse. Mole liter inverse to the power of 1 minus n into second inverse. Time generally is measured in seconds or minutes or days. Yeah. Did you understand the concept here? So what are the units of K here? Concentration to the power of 1 minus n into time inverse. Okay. Now concentration nothing but mole liter.